Scene 1. The Tone Policer's Refuge. Screen split in half. On the left, a whistleblower's rigid mathematical equation, Z in, Z zero, showing that destructive interference cancels waves. On the right, a cartoon bubble of a reviewer with crossed arms saying, "Please rewrite this in a more polite, conservative tone." Fade into a large red title, "The Shield of Civility." When academic establishment chairs cannot disprove your physics, they don't tackle your calculations. They police your tone. They tell you your language is too extreme. They warn you, you cannot say all mainstream papers in this field are wrong. They suggest that a balanced, polite scholar must compromise, finding value on both sides. But this is a dangerous trick. If you are examining a system where the foundational axiom is mathematically broken, then saying all downstream papers are wrong is not extreme speech. It is a direct deductive necessity. In physics, when an entry equation is false, literally every conclusion derived from it becomes a castle of cards. Stating that the entire house has collapsed is simply stating the empirical fact of the empty floor. Scene 2. The Music Academy and the Scholastic Cartel. Listen to the viral transcript from our latest academic broadcast. I am telling you, I have actually shown mercy. If I were to act like Student Gang, the famous grassroots whistleblower, and crack down strictly from the perspective of their academic theses, I tell you, almost none of these professors in our mainstream domestic music conservatories, especially those with such unsightly, greedy execution, would be able to stand their ground. Is there even some need to say this out loud? Is there any point to continue? This is the reality of modern scholastic cartels. It applies to art, to humanities, and to material science. The peer review system has been transformed into a reciprocal appraisal agency where gatekeepers validate each other's empty titles. If we audit them strictly from the bedrock of their thesis papers, the vast majority crumble instantly. Scene 3. What to do when the extreme statements are real. A bold question flashing on screen. When all is the empirical reality, what should we do? Transition to a clean graphic of a stealth fighter and a modern circuit board. When all is not extreme rhetoric, but simply the objective truth, what should we do? If we prioritize social harmony over physical reality, we force whistleblowers to use moderate, dilute words. We tell them to say, some peer-reviewed papers could be refined, while others are useful. This polite stance is the ultimate shield for scholastic alchemy. It allows researchers to keep burning billions in public funds, synthesizing impossible matched nanocomposites that lead to zero real-world breakthroughs. Politeness cannot build semiconductor chips. Tone policing cannot navigate spacecraft. In structural engineering and electrodynamics, facts must be absolute. The wave mechanics of microwave absorption proves that the less incident wave initially enters a thin film, the stronger the potential interference peak is. This is the absolute physical truth, and it stands completely opposed to mainstream matching models. Let us refuse to be gaslit by the gatekeeper, U9's demand for politeness. Support slow science, support uncompromised reality. Head below to visit UA Leo U9's Substack, download the preprints on SSRN, and read the raw, unedited proofs for yourself. Stop policing tone and start verifying logic.